Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's been a mighty long time. However, I'm back and finally ready to start doing my analysis of European football again. So, in this video, I would like to talk about Manchester United's resurgence under Erik ten Hag so far. However, for those of us who have been following up with Manchester United and who are also fans as well, would have noticed that Manchester United lost their first two Premier League games this season, which was horrible and in the most horrible way possible. However, at that time, persons were doubting Erik ten Hag's capability to manage a club the size of Manchester United. However, he requested that the team ran harder during training, and he also took part of that running exercise for them to run more kilometers simply because they were outrun by the first two teams they played. And I think that right there was a turning point for Manchester United, and that gave the players the boost and the confidence they needed. Bearing in mind that they were going to face Liverpool after those two losses. However, we have beaten Liverpool 2-1 at Old Trafford, and it was their best performance of the season at that time, and what a joy it was to win that match. As you know, Liverpool and Manchester United are rivals from long time ago. Arguably the two biggest rivals in England. However, during the last, I would say, 10 games, Manchester United really has been improving under Erik ten Hag. And we have started to finally see Erik ten Hag ball being put into play now. Simply because the team is running more, the team looks more organized, they are a bit more tactical, and as a result of that, you can see it in their performances on the pitch. And that also has come down to good coaching. And I would have to say excellent coaching to that. Simply because taking up a job as massive as this one, it isn't an easy task for any manager, given the fact the state the club has been in over the last decade, or I could say ever since Alex Ferguson has retired from the club. The club has not found a certain form of stability in performing season in, season out, and be qualifying the Champions League year in, year out as well. However, like I have stated in one of my previous videos, prior to Erik ten Hag's arrival at Old Trafford, I said that Erik ten Hag was the best candidate for this job, simply because the work that he has done at Ajax, he was working with Pep Guardiola at Bayern Munich, etc. However, the things about Erik ten Hag that I like is that he's a no-nonsense coach, and he knows how to handle his player, and or you could say his management skills is very on point. And most notably, the style of football that he plays. When you look at the football that Erik ten Hag plays, it has been coming from Johan Cruyff days. And I know that Johan Cruyff has influenced a lot of these coaches now. Especially in Barcelona, you have Xavi now. And even in the Barcelona team, from Johan Cruyff was manager, he instilled a certain style of football. And then Pep Guardiola enhanced that football and let it be known as tiki-taka. However, the football that Erik ten Hag plays is coming from the Dutch system, right? And for those of us that follow our history in football would know what I'm talking about. So, to be honest, at times it seems as if things weren't really going on well, but it's still a work in progress. And we're just entering into 14 games into the season, not even one season yet, but so far I can say I have been impressed. I have expected this, and long may it continue. However, let's take a look at the signings that Erik Ten Hag has made since he joined Manchester United. One, he signed Christian Eriksen. Excellent footballer. I think he's one of the most underrated footballers to have ever graced the Premier League. However, but we all know he's a world-class footballer. Consistently. Next up, I would say, and Eriksen has also been that guy in our midfield to dictate the tempo at which Manchester United plays, and it's very good because he can pass the ball well off both feet and has excellent vision, always running, knows when to slow the game down, knows when to speed up the game, knows when to make that pass around the corner. It's just a genius of a footballer. And he has settled down very well in this team. Next up is Lisandro Martinez. With Lisandro Martinez in this Manchester United defense, we have seen a very big improvement in our defense. Lisandro Martinez is a no-nonsense defender. He was criticized by many simply because of his height. He currently stands at 5'9" tall, and you can say that's short for a defender. However, the ball is not being played 90% of the time in the air. Football is mostly played on the grass. So over 90% of the time, the ball is going to be played on the grass. And his reading of the game is exceptional. The aggression that he plays with, the passion, his ball playing ability, those line-breaking passes that he's always been making ever since he has been at the club. Like Lisandro Martinez, to how good he is, he just slotted it so perfectly at centre-back, and it seems as if he was already been there for a couple of years now. And credit to Ten Hag because he coached that player at Ajax and bring him to Old Trafford with him. Likewise, I would say Anthony. Anthony has landed in England and has hit the ground running. Scored on his debut against Arsenal, the opener for Manchester United. In that game, we won 3-1 comfortably, and I could say I was very happy for him because, as you know, once a big price tag is on a player's name, big pressure is going to come onto him at some point. And the fact that he started on his debut and scored a goal against rivals Arsenal, I think that was like the tip of the iceberg right there. Or you could say the icebreaker. However, he has been very good on the right wing for us, has provided a team with more balance on the right wing. Very tricky player. I think he still has a lot to improve, but he can only get better with time, and he seems to be a fan favorite so far. Yeah, so he just needs to stay focused and continue to be more direct and continue to be level-headed. Meanwhile, he's adapting to the Premier League also, right? Very young player, has a lot of room to improve on, so I would say he has done pretty well. Our next signing, Malacia. Malacia has came in and from the get-go, especially in that Liverpool game where he had an excellent performance. I'm telling you, it was a joy to watch. He has even earned comparisons to the likes of Patrice Evra, to how good he has shown he has been for us since he has joined. But the thing I like about him is that he's aggressive and he wins the ball very good. Yeah, he's natural tackler and he's level-headed, very young. I think he's 21 years of age. However, I think he has been a good signing for us. And let me mention Casemiro, the 5-time Champions League winner, or I could say 4-time, correct me if I'm wrong. However, the guy that has proven it on the biggest stage in football, year in, year out, for Real Madrid. Marshall in the midfield for Real Madrid for many years. has been a fan favorite and is now a fan favorite at Manchester United simply because of his amazing performances so far. With Casemiro in our team, the team looks more balanced. Our midfield has been crying out for a defensive midfielder for quite some time now, right? And Casemiro has slotted in perfectly and has been doing an excellent job there at central defensive mid for us. And he brings a balance to the team where his teammates trust him and offers the team more security. And also he's not only known for his defensive prowess, but he is also very good on the ball and can distribute the ball just about anywhere on the pitch. And he will pop up from time to time to score goals. So yes, I think signing Casemiro was a massive signing for us. People were criticizing how we signed a 30-year-old for 70 million euros and all of those rubbish talk. However, class is permanent, form is temporary, as we all know. And he has come in and showed his class. And now is a guaranteed start in the team as expected. So I think all our signings has made an impact positively on the team, and you have to give credit to the manager for trying to find the right balance and to coach the team in a way that we can get a certain form of cohesion and chemistry together to get the team up and running. And currently, right now, Manchester United is looking very good. Very good. Right? We won our game against Sheriff yesterday 3-0 with goals from Diego Dalot, his first one this season. Has been exceptional this season as well. Credit to him and credit to Ten Hag for his resurgence. We have now been seeing the best of Diego Dalot since he has joined Manchester United. Second goal was from Marcus Rashford. Luke Shaw came on and perfect cross and perfect header from Rashford to score. That's a very good goal right there. And last but not least, Cristiano Ronaldo, the man himself. Like you'd say, the man, the myth, the legend. I'm so happy that he got his goal because any United fan would know that he has been carrying a burden for this season so far, and it's really good to see him scoring. It can only boost his confidence, and we're now expecting goals to rain for him. And in general, it was an excellent team performance yesterday, dominating the game from start to finish, ending the game with about 75% possession, over 20 odd shots. I would say impressive and expected as well. But in general, the team is coming together, and I think there's a one or two players right now in the team where I would say needs to step up. I think Jadon Sancho needs to step up a bit more, needs to be more direct when he's trying to take on players. He's not really doing that, and we have spent a lot of money for him. He needs to regain some sort of confidence. Yes, and I think we lack a striker. Anthony Martial this season has been excellent whenever he has been available. But the problem so far is that he cannot remain fit. He would play like a little time here and a little time there, and then he's injured. Right? So I think we could sign a striker in January. Should Ronaldo leave in January as well. And yeah, I think the team is heading in the right direction, and I think Ten Hag is finding the right balance in midfield as well. We have been dominating in certain games, and so far we have played all of the top teams in England so far this season, and have only lost 3 games. However, in the games against the top 6, we have won against Arsenal 3-1. We have won 2-1 against Liverpool. We have won Tottenham Hotspur last week 2-1. 2-0. 2-0, yeah. And that game was an excellent performance at Old Trafford from the guys. It was a joy to watch. Yes. And I can say we have proudly beaten 3 out of the big 6 teams already. And we have only lost against Manchester City. I did not know what those guys were thinking for that game, but that was a shocker to me, especially the scoreline. Apart from that, we have drawn with Chelsea, 1-1 just a couple of days ago at Stamford Bridge, and a draw away from home is always good. We dominated Chelsea from the whistle went, and as a result of that, Graham Potter was forced to make a substitution, substituting Mark Cucurella for Mateo Kovacic. And that must tell you something. When a manager has to substitute a player so early in the game, in the 35th minute, it simply means that how good the other team was playing, which was Manchester United. So the team is being more proactive. We are pressing high up the pitch. We are winning second balls. All of those stuff. We are maintaining possession, looking more organized, and being more direct with our play. So yes, there are a lot of positives for the team, and it can only get better. It can only get better, and this is Ten Hag football cooking at the moment. Yes, so I love the way how things are going, and we play against West Ham on Sunday at home. We are expected to win, and that won't be an easy match, given the fact that West Ham's form has been on and off. However, you cannot underestimate your opponent. However, I know the coach will take the game very seriously, and he will be planning meticulously for that game, because persons like Erik ten Hag, you could compare him with Pep Guardiola, all of those tacticians, Thomas Tuchel, you name it. When it comes down to details, I realize he's a very detailed manager. Everything must coordinate, and coaches like those, they premeditate their games from early and study their opponent right through. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, and yeah, so I think it's a very good look for me still, and it's very pleasing to watch a team play good football finally, and also on a consistent basis. The guys are winning games consistently. I have to make mention of that. And you have to give credit to the coach and the players, the medical staff, the team, the fans, everybody. So, yes, we're heading in the right direction. And with consistent performances like these, the team can only get better. And sooner or later, then we can be challenging for the title again. But we are not far off it. We have played one game less than some of our competitors within our range in the table, and should all things go well, we'll be sitting quite comfortably in the top 4. So let's focus on making the Champions League for next year, and getting in the right persons to come into the team for the next season is also key. The coach knows that, the fans know that, we all know that. So let us just bask in it and enjoy it. So I think that's just my synopsis of Manchester United's season so far and what I think about it. Feel free to comment and let me know what you think about it. Alright, so stay tuned for more. It's your boy Mark, and I'm out until next time.
Easy go.